This battle is not yours. if you are a leader and you lead because of power, if you take away from the poor man and you leave them just to suffer, oh, if your life not in line with the will of God, you must earn the searchlight reward. If you want to make it into heaven, my friend, live right and serve the Lord. Oh, if you are a leader and you lead because of power, if you take away from the poor man and you leave them just to suffer, oh, if your life not in line with the will of God, you must earn the searchlight reward.
And good night to you, Grenada, Carriacou, and Pity Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, wherever you are, locally, regionally, internationally. We say a special good night to you from Talking Points. My name is Sheldon Scott. I'll be here with you up until the 10 o'clock hour.
If you take away from the poor man and leave them,
it is Talking Points Monday.
Oh, if your life not in line with the will of God, you've been a...
Yo, tell God thanks. You make it through the weekend, you know. It have people that didn't make it, you know. You made it through the weekend. It have people that did not make it through the weekend. Tell God thanks. It have people that didn't make it through the day. It have people reached to this afternoon and didn't make it through the afternoon. Now it's 8:13. It have people that meet 8 o'clock and didn't meet 8:13, eh? Tell God thanks. Saying a special good night to all the listeners via the various mediums. To all of you joining us via the YouTube, we say a special good night to you. All of you joining us via the Facebook.
If you take away from the poor man and leave them just...
Hope you all had a fabulous weekend, yeah?
The will of God, you must earn the searchlight reward. And if you want to make it into heaven, my friend, live right and serve the Lord.
You know what? Let's take that song from the top again, because I think some people may not understand, you know? Let me take it from the top again there. Yes, indeed.
If you are a leader and you lead because of power,
not leading by remote control,
take away from the poor man and you leave them just to suffer. Oh, if your life not in line with the will of God, you must earn the searchlight reward. If you want to make it into heaven, my friend, live right and serve the Lord. Oh, if you are
yes, indeed, eh?
a leader.
We say a special good night to Shrajan, John, I see Joyce, Lois, Maud, Martin, Gavin, Thomas, Dalton, Strawn, Agnes, Henry, Kathleen, Ledlow, Lona, Lolo, Williams.
Leave them just to suffer. Oh, if you like.
Deborah Laborde, Francis George, Sky, Janice Mitchell, Renee Zadi, Errol Bonaparte, Faitlin Hallie Douglas, Rosalind Jones, Maria Marcel,
Want to make it into heaven, my friend. Live right.
Ruth Thomas, Anne-Marie Grant, Anne-Marie Dick, Jackie Raymond, Veronica Lewis, Alexander, Carib Spice Fitness, Louise Joseph, and April Fletcher, Jerome Kenneth Lewis.
Try me, oh Savior. Know my thoughts.
John Stafford, Canis Peters, Joycelyn Francois, Olive McEwen, Moko Joseph, Moko Pen, Oswald Belfon, Anastasia Peterson, Gertrude Abraham, Jamari Grandma, Shirley Scarrett, Bernadette Joseph.
If you are a leader,
Where's Jamari Auntie? I didn't see Jamari Auntie.
cause of power.
Then where you there?
From the poor man.
Red Girl Pascal, Mayana Julian, Velma Pascal, Cicely Celestine, Jakeem Williams, and Bernadette Joseph. I think I call you out already. Nice. Anna Lewis, Deborah Flanders, Jefferson Hagley, Albert Jacket Man.
Heaven, my friend, live right and serve the Lord. Oh, if you are.
See, Anil Burke, Shemi Joseph. Where's Keda? Yeah. Antonito, Baby Daddy, Jenny Samuel, Maria Marcel, Chris London.
Lead them just to suffer. Oh, if you like.
Yeah, Cynthia Collins, and I see Cynthia Bartholomew out there in Brooklyn. All right, yes, listening in from Brooklyn. Dillian Pierre, Kenny, Alcy Peters, Amanda Moses, yeah?
Right and serve the Lord.
Wait, go see Ashma Charles, Christine Alexander, Lorna Johnson, Shane Ross, Edmund Callis, Kathleen Knights, I see you there, Jocelyn Matheson, Kieran Regis,
To walk right, I want
Sharon Felix, yeah?
right. Walk right,
Edmund Callis, yeah?
right. Talk right, walk right. Live right. Tell every man, walk right. Tell every man, live right. Live right. Walk right. Walk right. Live right. You want to make it in. Walk right. Live right. Live right. Come on, preacher man. Walk right. Come now, preacher man. Live right. Live.
Let's use on the Facebook before I get rough up and all them kind of thing, you understand? Yeah, to make sure.
Do the will of God. Live right. Do the will of God.
Landon J. and Betty Ann Ventura,
Do the
Teresa Vincent, Nurse Wendy Ann McGuire, Mags Courtney,
walk right, my Lord. Walk right. Talk right, my Lord.
Valma McIntosh, Joan Henry, Dwight Ferguson, Sherms Houston, Dillian Pierre, Cynthia B, Maureen Samuel, Norma Roberts, Dwight Ferguson, I call you already, right? Reverend Cox, Lynn Joseph, Veronica Bailey, Antonito Peters, Merrill George,
And leave.
McLean, Mitchell Wallan, Akwat, Charmaine Ragbasing, Andrea Pascal, Rhonda George, Teresa, call him all, Elizabeth Douglas, Sherry Lambert, Ingrid Bourne, Winnie Simon, Denot Andrew, Leslie James, Tegwa, Norman Noel, Gillian Prescott, Hermina McDonald, and Vanessa Lalji, John Mark, Cynthia B.
What a friend we have in Jesus. Oh,
Yeah, Mr. Handsome is listening as usual.
and great
Sandra Pascal,
one
Wankin.
believe
What's up, Wankin?
everything to God.
You better bring that request to God in prayer too, eh?
Thy friend, despite forsaking.
Friends, and on my end, I'm having an issue that is causing us not to be on noise radio or one soaker. An annoying problem. Speaking to the technical guy to sort it out, eh? It is nothing that I could do from my end. The technical guy has to sort that out, yeah? I can do nothing about it, yeah? Technical, but I want more technical than me, yeah? And Grenadians continue to ask the questions, Mr. Prime Minister, where art thou? It's getting close to a week, not yet fully a week, but getting close to a week now that we are hearing of that request by the U.S. military to place a radar installation at the Maurice Bishop International Airport. Various people giving their views, some saying yes, some saying no, some people saying all kind of things being said, yeah? Imagine you have a situation as exists right now. So you have a problem where the government of Grenada has been approached in relation to placing a military installation within Grenada with personnel. It's not like they're going to put a piece of equipment and just leave a piece of equipment and then it's operated by Grenadians. No. You're talking multi-million-dollar equipment that they have trained personnel to utilize, and they're going to place those personnel on island to deal with that. And remember what comes with that. Grenada does have signed agreements with the United States, including an agreement under the first NDC administration back in the year 1993. There's a signed military agreement with the United States that basically, technically, indemnifies United States personnel from certain acts while on the island of Grenada. That is a fact. It was signed way back in 1993. Yeah, I believe that would have been under the Nicholas Brafitt administration. So there are that and other agreements that have been signed over the years. And the Americans are saying that they would like to enter Grenada and place their facility there. You have the school of thought, which is being put forward by them, that it is in relation to drug running and so on, and they're going to utilize that to stop the flow of the guns that are coming into our countries, because Grenada don't make no AK-47 and no M16 and no AR-15. Grenada doesn't make any pistols or revolvers and this kind of thing. There are no gun factories anyway in Grenada. But we have seen over the past couple of years, all of these things started cropping up in our country. And we're not talking about AK-47s, which may be leftovers from the 1983 period, that's the 1979 to 1983 period. No, we're not speaking about that. We are speaking about a situation where we are seeing some firearms that seem to be not only on par with what the Royal Grenada Police Force have, but better than what the Royal Grenada Police Force have in the hands of criminal elements. Because it could only be a criminal element if you want those things. Yeah? Law-abiding citizens abide by the law. So it's the criminal elements that want these things. And we are seeing situations where all types of firearms are turning up in the hands of certain elements in our society. Yeah? How are they getting into our country? Grenada does not produce, as far as most of us know, maybe we don't know enough, but cocaine isn't produced in Grenada, but cocaine finds its way into Grenada. So the United States is saying that they want to help with that particular problem because some of these things are ending up in the United States, and they would like to help to interdict these things out in the waters, which they've been doing in international waters outside of the Caribbean for the last 2 months or so. Yeah, last month or so, they've been blowing up various boats and those kind of things out there. And there's another school of thought that says a radar base in Grenada has absolutely nothing to do with that. That it is all just a front for some sort of action against Venezuela. that the US is planning action against Venezuela, and the reason they want the radar in Grenada is to be part of that entire action that they want to carry out against Venezuela, and that Grenada should take no part in it. There are various schools of thought. Realize I say what people saying. I ain't saying nothing on it. Because the thing is simply this. The new National Party has given, on numerous occasions, advice to the Deacon Mitchell administration. What do we get in return? Costs and more costs. All you was there. Why all you didn't deal with it? All you used to do this in the past, and all you used to do that in the past. Is we in charge? No. We don't need all your help. So why is it all of these sycophants and brown-nosers of the present administration are asking for the help of the new National Party now? Why all of a sudden now you all find yourself in a monkey pants? You're asking the NNP to give you direction on what to do. Why now you want the NNP to tell you what to do? When the NNP was telling you, up to now the NNP is telling you about a bill that you are bringing to Parliament. And that bill, every single person that understands that bill says the bill do good. Scrap that. Focus on other aspects of getting the job done instead of focusing on that bill, which would do things like strip fathers of the ability to go and get a DNA test to prove that a child that they are being taken to court from is theirs or not. Because there are various men who have been taken to court for children that turn out not to be theirs and have been paying through the nose to the court every month. You have men, I am sure, who have found themselves behind the bars at Richmond Hill Prison, or at least taken into a police station for not meeting their obligation to the court, only to find out after a child is not yours. You go and your name spoil, you sit down in jail, all kind of thing, because you could not make the payment. We ain't talking about those who could make the payment and decide they making the payment. Those who could not make the payment and find themselves in situations where they end up in jail. And you're saying that such a person should not have access to DNA evidence of whether or not the child that they are being forced by a court to pay for is theirs or not. That's unfair, in my view. Some other folks may find that they have no problem with that. Let the man pay. I would say I find that is unfair. That's my view in relation to it. The NNP has been telling this government that you all bringing a law where a 12-year-old, without the permission of mother or father, grandmother or grandfather, aunt or uncle, can go and get a medical procedure done. And you're not even explicit in which medical procedures. Just using the broad term sexual and reproductive procedures, which can include sex change operation, which can include abortion, which can include all the myriad various things that fall into the category of sexual and reproduction, the various surgeries and so on that can be done. Even taking medication, hormonal medication, because in some instances, you have males who decide that they no longer want to be males and they take hormonal medication and so on. And you're saying that without telling their mother or their father in whose house they live in, who is providing them with tea, breakfast and dinner, who is providing them with their clothing and everything, that the Attorney General, the Minister of Legal Affairs, and the Minister of Health, that those two people could make a decision on behalf of the child that the woman spent 9 months carrying. If she's lucky, some people just go shorter than that. But 9 months carrying. That the father has gone to work and decided to take care of. Not decided, he has to take care of. That now, without even going to two of them, that the Minister of Legal Affairs could step into your house and make decisions for your children. And the new National Party telling them, scrap that bill. They're not listening. So why you want advice from the new National Party now in relation to this? Deal with it. And the Chota, all you have to deal with it. Now Chota is the Prime Minister now. Well, let you deal with it. You deal with it. Well, you want the NNP come and say no. So then you could come and say, well, the NNP say no. And if any negative fallout from it, you could say, well, the NNP did say no. You want the NNP come and say yes. So any negative fallout from it, you could say, well, the NNP did say yes, and we're listening to the NNP. Nah, deal with it on your own. That is your fight. Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell stand up in Parliament several times and give you all advice in relation to financial matters. The man was voted Finance Minister of the Year. I never hear all your Finance Minister, whether it was the Prime Minister or the Member of Parliament who is outgoing anyway, for St. Patrick East. Yeah, both of them getting real licks when the time come. Whether it is either one, me never hear all was even in the running to get Finance Minister of the Year. Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell won that. Yeah? He won Finance Minister of the Year. And the man is giving you all advice. He has spent decades in Parliament, decades in governance. Any other part of the Caribbean people would be loving it if they could just get 5 minutes of his time to ask one question and get a quick answer. You all getting it direct in Parliament. And like impudent. Impudent is the correct word? Yeah. Impudent? Yeah. Little children. You all not listening to the man. He's giving you all advice. He's saying to you all what you should and should not do and pitfalls that you may fall into. So look out for this or that. Have you all been listening to Dr. Mitchell? No. Instead, you have idiots like Ron Redhead there telling him hush up and sit down. A person who in the time he's been in Parliament cannot even measure up to 1 day of Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell as Prime Minister of Grenada. Not 1 day. Cannot even measure up to 1 day as Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell in opposition. But telling Dr. Mitchell, shut up. The other one from Carriacou, same thing. Who's snickering and saying sit down there and all kind of nonsense. So why all you want the new National Party to give all your advice now? Why is NNP all you coming to now? All you want to drag us in all your thing? Man, deal with it. All you have to deal with it. At the point in time, I am sure that the party decides they would speak on this issue. They go speak on it. But I want to know why all them NDC under all posts. Wait, NNP had to say about it? Where NNP had to say about it? Why no all you want to hear NNP? Dr. Mitchell warned all you about how you all utilize the 500 million that all you claiming now all you never meet, that you all met there. He warned all you. He warned all you about the traveling that all you making. Questions have been posed since the year 2022 in relation to issues like traveling, in relation to the Ministry of Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation. Questions have been posed in relation to all those ministries by Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell. We are in 2025 and those questions remain unanswered. And there are many other questions. In fact, if I remember correctly, it's somewhere in the region of 60 that have been asked. And this government refuses to answer them. But you want advice? Advice from who? NNP must give you advice? When NNP gave you advice, you doesn't listen? So since you know best, go right ahead. But again, folks, remember where we are at right now. We are at a point in time that you have the Prime Minister of Grenada out of the island, not returning until sometime over the weekend, because he must come back for the holiday that he put there, the October 19th. You want to make sure he's back in Grenada for that. But out of the island at this point in time, and there is no way that the present Prime Minister, nor his cabinet, nor his government can tell me that they were unawares of the fact that the US had asked for this installation to be put in place. There is no way they could convince me that they did not know before the Prime Minister left. They knew very well. The US didn't just send and ask that on Thursday last week. That request has been in for a while now. The information just busts. And it's very, very, very interesting that the information, if you are paying attention and you are listening closely in a holistic manner, it's very, very interesting that about 24 hours before Grenada starts to make various statements in relation to oil and gas and delimitation of the boundaries with Venezuela and other territories, that information suddenly is leaked in relation to radar installation in Grenada. You all find that kind of strange? That just 24 hours before you start to talk about oil and gas and involvement of Venezuela and so on, that this story about radar site in Grenada is leaked, and then force the government to come out and say that yes, it was leaked. So don't come and play like how it just come out. You all just call press conferences for less things than that. And all you know that? The government of Grenada does call press conferences first thing on a Monday morning for lesser things than that. Things that do not involve the life and livelihoods of Grenadians. They just call press conferences for that. But those bunch of cowards will not call a press conference to deal with this particular issue. They're afraid Alinda Straker asked them certain questions. Although I may not agree with her many of the times, they're afraid Akalisha Faria asked them certain questions. They are afraid that some young journalists may ask them a question in relation to this that they are afraid to answer or they believe they should not answer. They are afraid. So the Prime Minister made sure that he absented himself from Grenada at the point in time that this news broke. And I'm pretty sure that we won't be hearing any press conferences from him when he arrives, when he comes back in relation to this issue, which would be close to a full 2 weeks after. But this is an issue that has caught the attention of Grenadians. And anywhere you go in Grenada, that is the conversation. Whether you're on the bus, whether you're in the supermarket, whether you're in the barber shop or the hairdressing place, whether you're just shopping in town, when you go to church yesterday, or those who went to church on Saturday and Friday, that is the discussion. That Grenada, what direction is Grenada heading? And while that discussion is taking place, about which direction the ship going, the captain gone and lime on another vessel. He ain't there with us. This is the situation that our country has found itself in. It is a situation that needs to be addressed by those in office. Yeah? It needs to be addressed by those in office. Folks, let me take a short break. I'm just trying to make a connection here. I'm not sure if the Honorable Emlyn Pierre would be able to make it with us tonight. I know that she had a meeting this evening, and so I didn't reconfirm. That's on me. I put up thing and I didn't reconfirm with the Honorable Emlyn Pierre. That is my fault. So let me double check here and see if I can reach her.
What a friend we have in Jesus. All our sins and grace to bear. What a friend
Yes, indeed. Yeah, folks, I was trying to get leader of His Majesty's opposition, but as I said, I myself didn't reconfirm. So I'm going to have to schedule her for another night in the week. No fault of hers, mine totally, yeah. I see those and they see why NNP is saying nothing, and we want to hear from NNP. We want to hear from them. What they had to say about no, all you in charge, isn't it? All you big, bad, and all you in charge. Deal with it. Yeah. The new National Party would have done probably have about 2 or 3 press conferences on that issue already and given its position to the Grenadian people and listened to the Grenadian people for their position before making a final decision in relation to it. You all know Dr. Mitchell would have done call either have a press conference or outside of that he might have do a national address or whatever it is. But by this point in time, you wouldn't have to be asking, what do the NNP think about it? No. Are you looking for advice? No. Wait, Mother Pig tell Baby Pig, it's come, you come in. Why we know so long? Don't worry, it's come, you come in.
When I come to the end of my journey, weary of life, and the battle is won. Carry the star over the cross of redemption. He'll understand and say, oh, when I come to the end of the journey.
Folks, we're going to open the phone lines. 1473-440-7377. And yes, KJ is invited to call as well. 1473-440-7377. And you can call us on the WhatsApp. A special good night to you, Camille Teresa Scott. Hope that you're having a wonderful night tonight, my dear. And several things, huh? All right, I think one of our callers is on. Hello, good night.
Sheldon.
Hi, caller. Go right ahead.
Sheldon, good night.
Good night, my dear.
You make my night. You make my night.
What say no?
No. Honestly, I tell you the truth, I just can't believe it. I can't believe that we have the same thoughts. Sheldon, this morning, I'm sitting in my house and I'm saying to myself, but look at that. They're calling on the leader of the opposition now to say something. They want to hear her. They want her input. Why no? Why no? 3 years and months going, she was giving advice. She offered herself, you understand, to assist where possible. Nobody take on. We hear the Prime Minister say it is us and them. Gerard, wait.
They send out the line and they catch the fish. They better go and clean it.
Something ought to be wrong. But on a serious note, every time NDC is at the helm, is leading, when the back is against the wall, that is when they know the opposition are Grenadians and we all are one. That is when they know that we must come together and work as one for the good of Grenada. Other than that, when they sailing here and having a nice time, they don't know that we all are Grenadians. They don't know that we should come together and work as one. Sheldon, you can recall, you know how many times Dr. the Honorable Kate Mitchell extend the olive branch to them.
Mm-hmm.
So that we will
Numerous.
come together and that's it. We will come together and work for the good of Grenada. But it's because it's Dr. Mitchell. Nah, they don't want to work with him. Well, he just stepped down from the political leader and he's chairman of the same NMP. So they're calling on now Honorable Emlyn P. They want to hear from her. My thing about it, you all in the driver's seat, drive. Wherever all want to take the passengers, take them. All in the driver's seat, drive.
There can't be no backseat driver. They have to drive.
They have to drive. All in the driver's seat, drive. Wherever all want to take the passengers, take them. I mean, come on. The Prime Minister was in Busheju saying the reason why the other people are getting because they don't know their people. Well, you people know. Do what you have to do for your people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We are the other people. We are not Grenadians. We are the other people. Sheldon, when I hear you there tonight, I said, look at that, because I could never believe me and you had the same strain of thought. We think about this along the same line. You understand? Only now they know the opposition. Only now they know we all are Grenadians. Only now they know whatever have to be done is for Grenadians. The same bill that had to be tabled in the House of Parliament is not for all Grenadians. Most of them think it's only NMP people that it would affect. It is for all Grenadians. It is the future of Grenada, our children that will be affected. But what are they doing? They staying behind and they attacking on MP. What is doing with that? What's she going with that? Oh, but this one, no. We are all Grenadians. Yes, we are all Grenadians and we remain Grenadians. Sheldon, I had to call you very early. Good night, I'm listening.
Thank you so very much, my dear. Yes, indeed. 1473-440-7377. That is the number to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. Yeah, let me see if I see. Yeah. Right, I think somebody was trying to call a while ago. Call. Yeah, the person was trying to call a while ago. Call. Nice. Yeah, we want to know, where is the Prime Minister at a time like this? This is something that is very, very important. And being outside of the country does not mean that he cannot speak on the issue. Yeah? It has Zoom, it has WhatsApp, it have all kind of thing. Why he can't call and say something? Why he can't send a message or anything? We have a call online. Hello, good night.
Good night.
Good night, my dear. How you doing?
Not but I like that lady who just called it. She think about just our thinking, just how the lady come out with everything. But Sheila, I wasn't looking for you tonight on the radio because I see that Clarence that today in St. Lucia you're hiding.
I ain't hiding
so
from
I'm looking
nobody.
to see you on the calling program tonight.
I ain't hiding from nobody.
Well, I say, if she bring the matter to the court, I don't know where the man is. Go call the people and come and solve you. You understand? These people are sick, man.
I have no statements to make in relation to that. The only statement I have to make is I'm not hiding from nobody. Right.
And they want Dr. Mitchell to give my advice now, Sheldon. The man don't sign anything already. The man don't give you right away already, but with him, you go only sign the paper for the gay and lesbian and say you don't sign that, you know he did it. He know what he do already, why you see it, he know what he do, but already sick plan him. They're sick. They want advice on Dr. Mitchell now. Too late. We're not Grenadian. When the Prime Minister in Bush and said, we need people to know who is who people. We're not Grenadian. And that them want to yellow and yellow. And they already said the code is yellow, so take the yellow code now. Have a good night, Sheldon.
All right. Thank you very much, my dear. 440, well, no, we had to dial the 1473. Well, call on the WhatsApp, right? 1473-440-7377. That is the number for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. Yeah, that's the number for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. And don't let us feel that we forget other things, Yeah, there are other things that we have to talk about too, you know. We ain't just jump on this and forget other things because we still waiting to hear what are the results in relation to the tests that are being done on the samples that were sent down to Trinidad for our dearly departed brother Nealon Franklin. So not because we're talking about other things mean that we forget that. Because we're speaking about other things does not mean that we have forgotten our brothers and sisters in Cloger and the challenges that they still face on a daily basis. I hear vehicles are able to pass to an extent through the facility now. I don't know if that is a smart thing considering what we've seen happening over the past few months, but at least it is a situation that needs continued to be addressed. They were supposed to do a geotechnical study in the area. We still waiting to hear the geotechnical study, what it said about the closure area. We didn't see them stop. They continued doing certain things that we don't know if they will have to go and undo now. We don't know what is the situation. Yeah, we do not know what is the situation. Anyway, 147. Okay, I think we have a caller online. Let's go to the phone line. Hello, good night.
Good night.
Hey, how you doing, boss?
I quiet.
Nice, man.
I'm in a quiet mood. I'm in a quiet mood today because 40 years ago I had to bury my mom. So
oh dear.
I was reflecting. Nah, 40 years ago, Sheldon.
Yeah, well.
That's 40 years ago, but
still
you know,
bothering you.
It gives you a little time of reflection. And what's going on in the world today is a real serious thing. I like to listen to you because you have a sense of humor, and so do I. But I ain't in no humor feeling tonight. I'm straightforward business. This situation that carrying on here in the South is a serious business. Right now, Donald Trump is in Israel. You understand? But warships and stuff off of the Venezuelan coast, asking Grenada for things. And coincidentally, you know what it is? This is the month of October. And as you say, the Prime Minister soon going to come back. You don't think that the Prime Minister could have asked his good friend from Nigeria to send a private plane? He got emergency. He has to go to deal with a meeting. He's going to put Lennox Andrews to deal with that case.
That's only to go to Dubai, brother.
I mean, seriously, he can't call his friend in Nigeria and say, listen, I got a big bunch of incompetent people. I cannot leave them in charge there. I need to get home to run my mouth a little bit in a little presented way. And this situation is a serious situation, you know, that could escalate in the twinkle of an eye. And if you think a pound of saltfish is for $10, it will become $20. Simple as that. Here we going through Barbados now. Open up the doors for people to come here, say they're going to give them driver's license, they can do this, they can do that. The whole Caribbean is a group of islands that has to unite. Tri-State Federation, CARICOM, SME, do this and that. I do not know why these little islands cannot get together. They got Fiji, Indonesia, all of these islands that has ferries, all things to deal with here. But divide and rule is what it's all about. But, Sheldon, life is a long journey. And your first caller, she's a very sincere person. And she has Grenada at heart. At the end of the day, we are all Grenadians. And Grenada is what you should put first. Or about things. You know, sometimes you just gotta let, you know, I say incompetency, ignorance and incompetency. But when, I can't say it on air, the S hits the fan. At the end of the day, they come crawling, wagging their tails behind them. If you understand what I mean. Mm-hmm. But Mr. Scott, nice to hear that you got back your voice and continue making me laugh sometimes when the night comes. You have a great sense of humor. Hello?
Yes, I'm right here.
Oh, okay. You understand? You know, and at the end of the day, I see you got a new English friend there. You didn't introduce me to the geezer.
The
He may soon call you.
The geezer will call in a time, man.
Yeah, he can soon call. And good night to your favorite girl, Miss Cammy Scott.
Yes, man.
Blatantly and straightforward spoken. Anyhow, Mr. Scott, thanks for hearing me a little bit. And enjoy the rest of your night here listening.
Yes, indeed.
All right?
All right, my brother. Thank you.
Good, my brother. Yeah, man.
Yes, indeed. And let me just clarify. Up to now, I have never said who for or who against. The only thing I've done is I've said to the supporters of the NDC who are asking what is the position of the NNP in relation to that. I have said to them, why are you asking the NNP? When the NNP gave you advice in relation to the bill and all these things, you have nothing to say. Nothing. We have a caller online. Hello, good night.
I'm the voice of one crying in the wilderness.
Cry out, Pastor. Cry out. How are you doing?
Sheldon Scott, I'm doing very well, and you're looking very nice. You're looking
Thank
very
you.
healthy. I saw your son the other day. This boy flying in growth, man. You know, this boy flying in growth.
Seven as of Friday, my brother. 7 as of Friday.
Wow.
Already.
And then congratulations for always doing a very good job, towards your children, Yeah, Sheldon Scott and the listening audience, I am very, 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 very much concerned. And as it relates to the present state that Grenada had found herself in, presently right now, I do believe that we are without a leader, we are without a prime minister, and I would not really say that. I'm sorry to say that. Now, the present situation in Grenada right now is somewhat frightening. And in a situation like that, the destination of the prime minister is unknown. And if it happens that the prime minister heard and knew the request that the United States has made as it relates to this military setup on Point Saline, Maurice Bishop International Airport, I believe as a prime minister who's supposed to have the heart of the Grenadian people, I believe that a prime minister should cut short his trip and come back home and deal with a situation like that. I cannot understand how a situation like that can be placed into the hand of the acting prime minister, somebody like Toes, Mr. Chotai, and other individuals. These guys and them are very much incompetent to deal with a situation like that. Now you have one of the gentleman in charge of the military leadership. Their information to suggest that he's in Grenada. He
will be in Grenada sometime either tomorrow or on Wednesday. He's due to be on island. That is Admiral Halsey.
Listen, man, this guy is an intellectual figure as it relates to military. And this guy is coming to face Toes. What you telling him when he come? This thing is laughable. Where is our Prime Minister, Deacon Mitchell? Why this man is not living in Grenada? Sheldon Scott, I'm trying to ask myself the question, who is running Grenada? Why this gentleman always out? Sometimes when you go, we don't know. We only know that you arrive. And then when you arrive, you have nothing to tell us. Presently right now, Grenada found herself in a sad situation. And I want you all, the NDC supporters, to know, many of you all is very disrespectful to Dr. Kit Mitchell and Emmeline Pierre among the seniors of the NNP. People like Dr. Mitchell, who has a wealth of experience. People like our political leader who have a wealth of experience. Gregory Bowen, among others. And these are people, especially Dr. Kit Mitchell, who stand up in Parliament and giving you all advice. And no respect especially you, Ron Redhead and Tevin Andrew, that you all go to watch a father of the parliament, a man like Dr. Mitchell, and insult him. I say to Dr. Mitchell, and I say to my political leader, please, if you might be forced to open your mouth, ask me for a real abductive. You have nothing to say. You have nothing to say. You're not in office. May God bless you, Sheldon, and I'll continue to pray for Grenada. Take care, man. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, my brother. 1473-4407-377. That's the number for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. Yes, indeed. Yeah, see, I'm a call on there. KJ trying to call, but yeah, KJ, is you calling? The geezer, we say a special good night to you and all our UK listeners, and I especially specify the UK listeners because you know what hour it is in the UK now. It's it's way past midnight in the UK already, and they stay up like Irvin and the geezer and all of these listeners out there, my family out there, they all stay up until late to listen to this program on a nightly basis, and with that dedication we have to say a special good night to them. But again, I'm seeing a report here out of Antigua that Commander of U.S. Southern Command, Admiral Alvin Halsey, to visit Antigua and Barbuda, Grenada for key leader engagements. U.S. Navy Admiral Alvin Halsey, Commander of U.S. Southern Command Southcom, will visit Antigua and Grenada October 14 to 15 to meet with leaders in both nations, including Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda Gaston Brown and Prime Minister of Grenada Deacon Mitchell. So maybe they ain't aware that he do they. So we have a call on the line. Hello, good night.
Good night, sir.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
Well, no, I'm not doing too good because I've been listening and I'm not getting good reviews from what I'm saying. What I'm hearing actually, because Grenada is not our Prime Minister is not capable, is not Grenada. You know, unfortunately, he has no, he should not be able to hold responsibility for making that decision. Unfortunately, he is not, he doesn't have the experience. That is not a NNP issue. That is not a NDC issue. That is a Grenadian issue that he is hiding from. And I feel sorry. I mean, I don't support him I don't like him because he is very he's a selfish person. But that decision is too big for him. And he is not capable of making that decision. That is a Grenadian decision. That is a Grenada for us. Win or lose, he is caught. I sympathize with him. Win or lose, we in a difficult situation that I think Grenadians, my opposition leader, Dr. Kit Mitchell, Emlyn Pierre, we have to rally around him. This is a time he needs help. He needs a lot of help because that is going to affect all of us. Mm-hmm. I don't like him to start with. He is, and I am not sure he didn't make that decision already. I don't know if he said yes, because he has no political aspiration. He's not a patriot. I don't think he wants to come back into politics. I think he wants to fill his pocket and leave. And I don't know if he already said yes to the American government, to Mr. Donald Trump. And we have to be careful of that. And the one from Carriacou always says, win or lose. They are already winning in their pockets. And they are growing not horizontally, not perpendicularly.
Mm-hmm.
They are growing horizontally. You see that, right?
Well, that's horizontal and economic growth.
So they are full in the pocket. So their aim is to get as much as they want. But if he says yes, it's not in the good of Grenada, or do they have negotiators? If we say yes, for example, what does Grenada have to get? What are you giving Grenada? Are you going to build the Crochet Bridge for us? Are you going to make all Grenadians in America legal? Legal? Are you going to do what? Trump is a negotiator. He likes battering. There's an old song, battering. Give me something, I give you back something. That is the old time saying. What? They don't have people to go and sit down and batter. I'll give you this, and then you give me that. And at the same time, Venezuela is not a bed of roses. Yes, you give us some houses in La Caloma or wherever it is. We don't have to be friends with you for life for that.
No, but we are grateful, but at least we are grateful for all the assistance that our brothers and sisters in Venezuela have given and continue to give to Grenada.
Right. Yeah, but do we owe you that for life? Yeah, you give us these homes and everything, but what have you done for me lately? What have you done for me lately? Grenada has to, and Brother Sheldon, a lot of people may not agree with what I have to close with because it's 9:08 and I have to let people come in on the program. Mm-hmm. Grenada has to say yes to Donald Trump. Grenada has to say yes to Donald Trump. Although we will become a bullseye target with our system in not JFK in Point Salinas, but we want some things upfront. No promise. We want $2 billion upfront to build our roads, to build our infrastructure upfront. Then you build. Then later on, we want to get because America doesn't give. America don't give. America promises. $2 million up front, you put your satellite and a contingency for how long it's going to be there. Because America don't leave. America don't leave Iraq yet. You know that, right? So at this point, I will say a yes. And what have you done for me lately? What you going to give to me? And we want it tangible, and we want it to be upfront. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you so very much. Yes, indeed. 1-473-44073. Let me drink some of that, yeah. Yes, 1-473-440-7377. That is the number for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. Yeah, the voice started to give me the trouble again, yeah. And we have a caller online. Hello, good night. Hello.
Hello, good night.
Hi, good night, caller. You're live. Go right ahead.
Good night, Brother Scott. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
All right.
First of all, Brother Scott, I just would like to share that is my view on the position. To the callers that is saying why they calling an Emlyn Pierre no, I will ask why not no? Why not no? This is not an NDC position. This is not an NMP position. It's a Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique position. Whatsoever decision the Prime Minister make, it will affect Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Not NMP, not NDC. put down the party colors and let us work all together in unity for the benefit of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, not the benefit of NMP, not the benefit of NDC. And I, as a Cadbury member of the New National Party, yes, I would love to hear the opposition position on the matter. That is my contribution. Please and thank you.
No problem, my brother. My position is simply this. NNP has given its position on several other things that, NNP has given their position on several other things that have just as much national importance. Again, returning to the bill with the age of civil responsibility, NNP has been given its position. Their position is they're still coming to Parliament with it. We have a caller online. Hello, good night.
Good night, Mr. Sheldon Scott.
Camille Teresa Scott, how you doing?
I did only I heard it I was on a chat with my son
No
from
problem.
America.
Of course, that is important.
Yes, when you said good night to me.
Yes,
So good night to the Grenadian people. Good night, everybody. Good night, Dr. Mitchell. Good night to everybody. Miss Yolande Ben Oxford, Patricia Atta Campbell. Good night. Mr. Scott, what's up, boy?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm more than good.
Well, I'm good too. But I have a problem. I kind of worried in myself. All day I worried because I see on the news tonight with a man from America coming in Grenada. I want to tell Mr. Deacon Mitchell tonight, Mr. Deacon Mitchell, these people with Mr. Donald Trump, you have to tell him no. Mr. Deacon Mitchell, please tell that man no. Trump is a bully. And I remember the invasion. I remember the invasion in the last speech Bishop gave in America was in 1983. If I'm wrong, somebody could correct me.
No, you're correct, 83.
I work with the Cuban doctors. Agustin, Blanche, all the doctors under the revolution. And the Cubans work really hard. And they blast up that big place and put that airport. I don't want Donald Trump here. Donald Trump taking advantage on people. Mr. Deacon Mitchell, that'll be the biggest mistake you make. To tell that man. To tell that man to come and plant anything here. If I alone have to go and protest with this commander he's sending there, to tell them we don't want them here. The whole Caribbean, the CARICOM, are calling on all the Caribbean CARICOM people to have a say. Yeah. Don't come here and bring this nice problem. When Reagan and them bomb up Grenada, they leave us in we mess and go. They never say, well, all right, if you are a Grenadian right now going in Barbados to get a passport, you lose all your money. We don't want Donald Trump here. Donald Trump don't like black people. He's a racist man. He's a bully. Please. That is not about NDC and NNP. We want peace in the Caribbean. Peace in the Caribbean. So, if you do that, sir, that is the end of your politics life. You're done. Because you own people speaking. When I hear Miss Mary call this morning and talking about that and to get together, I say, bonjour, God, because she's only your advisor. We don't want to Donald Trump there. Is the oil you want to go between Venezuela? We don't want that in Grenada. We want to live in peace. We, the Grenadian people, want to go to bed and have no fear. We don't want to sleep and worry about what will happen in Grenada. Leave us in a peaceful land. Look at how you're treating people in America. You snatching people and send them in jail. Mr. Trump, I'm sorry, sir. We don't want that. Who that I like to it on me? Send it in Russia. Send it like Putin. Go right Putin with that. The man in Russia. And leave us alone peaceful. Yeah. Yes, we don't want that here. Sheldon, there will be problem in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. You hear me? There will be problem. All right.
Indeed.
I want to say good night to everybody, and let's continue praying for the country. You hear me?
Well, what
Yes.
I would say is this: God in control, so God in control.
I know
All the
that. I know God is in control, but I pray to the Almighty God that Mr. Dick have the belly and the guts to tell that man no. Dick Mitchell as the Prime Minister didn't even born yet. Bishop, I love you. Well, it will love Bishop. Don't put that thing on the airport. What they coming with? They want to spy, and these people help us. We have to be very careful. Mr. Andrews, please, toast. You're the acting Prime Minister. Tell these people no. All right. Anyhow, have a good night, Grenada. And let's pray for the little country.
Of course.
Have a good night, Mr. Scott, and I hope you're all right.
Thank you so very
Take
much,
care.
my dear. I'm good. All right. You have a wonderful one.
And I have a lot of cocoa
Hey, Coco
and
Ball.
Asham.
Winter
Yes,
coming up.
with
Go and get all your
cocoa
thing.
selling.
Winter coming.
And
Go and get your
Asham.
thing.
I have Asham. How you just call it in Trinidad? I have a lot of Asham.
Chinny Bibi.
Right. I have Asham. $2 bag and $5 bag. Good night, Grenada. I love you all.
All right. We love you too, Cammy. You have a wonderful one.
And all my friends and the lady in Canada, Miss Pascal, good night. I know you're listening. And everybody, talking point. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Cammy. Yes, folks, that was Camille Teresa Scott. Yeah, man. 1473-4407-377. That is the number for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. Don't be shy. Especially if your name KJ. Don't be shy. You can call and you can get into the program. Folks, I also want to mention something to you all. I saw something this morning. One or two people send it to me. I see people tagging me in it and all sorts of things. I saw a report online about some poll that was done and that sort of thing. And let me say this. Go out there and do the work. Poll is poll. Poll give a snapshot of what things look like in a particular point in time. But poll does not mean that that is the reality when election day come. Go out there and do the work. Do your canvassing. Check the voters list. Become part of a constituency branch and help clean the voters list. Help identify voters. You don't want to be in a situation where you snatch defeat out of the mouth of victory. Don't end up in a situation like that. Because I see some of you, you go and you read things and you don't start to walk around like the cock of the yard already. Like, yeah, you have something in your bag. It might be a bag of air. So be very careful. Do the work that is necessary and don't be sidetracked by these things. That is a snapshot. That's like you take a picture of me right now. That is what I look like at this point in time. Tomorrow, the beard go grow out a little more. The hair might twist up nicer. I might get sunburn so I look a little darker. You never know. By tomorrow, things change. 24 hours is a long time. Don't go walking around like you win something already and you're doing thing. Forget that. Do the work. Ensure that what you want to see for Grenada becomes a reality. How many of you are card-carrying members of the New National Party at this point in time? How much of you went and signed up and become members of the New National Party? Card-carrying, dues-paying members of the New National Party. Take action. Don't just wait for people to tell you you're doing good. Do good and continue to do good. And don't wait for people to tell you you're doing good. And as soon as they say that, you lie back on your laurels and you forget you ain't bothering to do nothing again. You reach where you had to reach. No. Go out there and do the work that is necessary. I am sure as day follows night, I am sure that the next government of Grenada will be formed by the new National Party. But the only thing that could ensure that what I am sure of is for people to stop talk and start work. There are a lot of people working, and I want to congratulate all of you that are working, because we can't forget you all. Those who are out there doing the canvassing. Those who are out there spreading the message of the new National Party. Those who are contributing in whatever way to ensuring that the victory that we all know is possible comes. But if we want to sit back and say, man, write nice thing about us and take that bait, go and take that bait. Take that bait and you go find out what's going on with your election night. Go and do the work. I've seen many people before in politics say, oh, they're winning, they think they're sure on their victory and all kind of thing on election night. They go inside and they just lock the door and cry. Because they're so sure that they're winning. Do the work. Just thought I'd say that because see the thing all you keep sending and who's sending all kind of thing and all kind of, yeah, send it and so nice, right? Do the work. The work is what ensures the victory. All right? Just thought I would say that. And then also make sure that the young ones, that they are registered and ready. Yeah? Registered and ready. They must be registered and ready. Come election day, you're saying you support the new National Party, but you cannot go and vote. Of how much help are you to the party on election day when you cannot cast a ballot? Remember, there are situations where people win seat in Grenada by under 10. There's a situation somebody win a seat in Grenada by 1. So we have to ensure that you're not on the losing end, but that you're on the winning end. Every vote counts. Run, people. Every vote counts. All right? Just thought I'd say that. 14734407377. That's the number for you to call and get onto the program tonight. And folks, I will get the political lead of the program on the program for you sometime during this week. I'll ensure that we get her on sometime during this week for you all. All right? Nice. Yeah. And I think we have a caller online. Hello, good night. Hello, good night. Oh, sorry. Hello, good night.
Yeah, Sheldon.
Yes, go right ahead, caller. You're live.
Sorry to call you back. I don't usually do that.
So
but
you have 30 seconds or 1 minute, but go ahead.
No, I can do it in about 15. What I'm saying, I think under the situation, Deacon needs to seek Carriacou in some kind of organizational meeting, like how the man is going up to Antigua now. Sheldon, by the way, Kamala Prasad is not the chairman of Carriacou anymore. Is Andrew Holness now?
Andrew Holness is the present chairman. I can't remember. I think it changes in December, I think.
Oh.
Remember, each person holds it just for a few minutes, a few months.
Right. I got you.
Yeah.
I know, but I mean, I think that the Carriacou needs to have a meeting to deal with this situation, to leave people with bigger heads, because I got a big head out here by me, named Mayor Motley. She could get, if there's one influential speaker in the Caribbean, is my big head out here, Mayor Motley. And I'm sorry to use your program to big her up, because she can speak better than Andrew Holness, Kamala Prasad, Deacon Mitchell, and all the rest of the Caribbean leaders. She knows how to get it done.
Woman power.
She had no. I am not bigging up any woman power. It's just she has the potential.
I big it up woman power.
I am not biased to say woman power or man power. But listen, that is your opinion, but mine is different. But I have great respect for that lady, because she is 1 in a million. If she goes tomorrow, this little country will sink. And believe it, because I am telling you, I live here. But anyhow, I think they need to have something. Because I was listening to a program today. Okay, tell me limitation. I was listening to a program today on the radio, right? And they were saying that you need to have Carriacou there to say, okay, we can stand together on this issue. If you do this, whatever the Grenada decide to do or whatever, because you got to remember, 42 years ago, Barbados was the strategic.
Remember, was 30 seconds to a minute, so don't go back in history.
Okay, but you know, okay, all right, okay. Well, time. Listen, remember, 42 years ago, Barbados was the strategic place to invade Grenada. You know, Barbados was the place that the U.S. used to come to bomb, to have all the military situation here to come into Grenada. During Tom Adams. Anyhow, I think my time is up, so I'll leave it for another time.
All right,
good night.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Yes, man. Yes, indeed, folks. So 14734407377. That's the number for you to call and get on to the inside of tonight's program. We have a call online. Hello, good night.
Hello, good night, Mr. Scott. How are you?
I'm quite fine. How are you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good.
All right, go right ahead.
I want to provoke. I want to give I'd say something. I want to provoke discussion. I may be wrong, but I want to say something. Okay, we know America never go to a country unless there is something it can extract from it. Now we know what's going on with Venezuela and them, but it is confirmed now that Grenada has oil. You understand? Are they coming now as a fast on Venezuela, or they coming now to monitor the extraction of the oil? So if they realize the oil is feasible, they might stay. If it's not good, they might leave. The second thing, Grenada agriculture sector is falling. Africa has closed the door on America for the cocoa bean. Grenada has one of the best cocoa bean in the world. And Grenada has the third largest producer of nutmeg in the world. What do you think? Do you think they're coming for Venezuela now that they see a chance that this government is so weak? They could come now and manipulate our agriculture section, take our cocoa and take our banana and manipulate our little oil that we have. I wonder, I might sound stupid. I'm a provoking discussion. What do you think? Do you think they're really coming for that? Or they're coming for our nutmeg and cocoa as well? That's my question I want to ask tonight.
All right, caller. Thank you so very much, my brother. All right. Yes, indeed, folks. And you see, this is it's interesting in that with this discussion, many Grenadians have their views in relation to it. But your Prime Minister isn't even in Grenada and doesn't even seem to be concerned to find out what views Grenadians have and why they have that particular view or anything. Again, you have the U.S. Southcom commander, the person who is in charge of the U.S. military for this zone. He is visiting Grenada sometime within the next 48 hours. And it says this marks Admiral Halsey's first visit to both nations since assuming command of Southcom last November, and is an opportunity to further strengthen security cooperation with key partners in the Caribbean. In addition to meetings with both Prime Ministers, Admiral Halsey's agenda includes meetings with Antigua and Barbuda Chief of Defense Staff Brigadier Talbot Benjamin and Royal Grenada Police Force Acting Commissioner Randy Connorth. The meetings will center on reaffirming the long-standing security collaboration with both nations and shared challenges that affect the Eastern Caribbean, including transnational organized crime, illicit trafficking, and border security. Antigua and Barbuda and Grenada are vital contributors to the collective efforts of like-minded nations to strengthen security in the Eastern Caribbean. U.S. Southern Command remains committed to continuing its long-standing cooperation with both nations. Admiral Halsey's visit underscores the United States' unwavering commitment to partnering with Eastern Caribbean partners like Grenada and Antigua and Barbuda to advance regional security and stability. Yeah, so that is an article I saw in one of the Antiguan news mediums, in relation to the visit of that the military commander, the admiral in command of the U.S. Southern Command. Yeah? So, oh, there's a caller on the line. Let's go to the phone line. Hello, good night. Hello. Okay, I think they're calling back. Hello, good night.
Hey, good night, Sheldon. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Okay, well, okay.
All right, go right ahead, man.
Sheldon, we're the Prime Minister.
Bro,
We-
me ain't no. Chota is the Prime Minister.
Oh my God. 6.5 years doing the same, 6.5 years doing the same thing. Huh? Helpless. No one can help the other. Prime Minister he can't help himself. He leave and go out of the island, go and enjoy his body bash. And Grenada need he. He knows what's going on, but he don't care about that. He see his body enjoyment is more important than what is happening right now in Grenada with what he just want to do. If you really care and you love people and you love the country, so you could shut your body celebration and come back in Grenada to try to see what you could do and make the right decision for the country. But you know they're saying you're the Prime Minister, you must come back. You could just stay there and pass the order to Chotai and tell them what to do. Right? And how the government operating, we don't trust this government. Because remember the deal with the summer deal, when he said that they didn't say nothing. And the person that was in Brussels, I think, signed the deal, which I know the Prime Minister and the Foreign Affairs Minister know about it. But they'll come lying and telling the Grenada people that they didn't say nothing. Brother Sheldon, I want to say to the Grenadian people, let us look at what is going on in our country. We vote for a group of people has no knowledge of running a country, in charge of a country. What people say they want to change, and they vote for a change. And this will go in history as the worst change the Grenadian people vote for. But I want to give them some hope. NMP will be back to deliver and to rescue our country from this bunch of rookies headed by the Prime Minister, have no knowledge of what to govern. All what they know and the purpose of getting into governance is to enrich themselves and every one of them, when they live there, to be a millionaire of the back of the poor people. So, Brother Sheldon, have a blessed night.
All right. Thank you so very much, my brother. 1473-4407. KJ ain't calling. 1473-4407. 77, that's the number to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. I tell you, man, he could call and man, want to call Jade. What was we doing, my brethren? Brethren, you calling your boy? I cheat him so. When he must appear and them getting the call, I don't get call. Nah, I ain't not pay. Folks, the New National Party announces its public meeting in St. Andrew Southwest. That's in Ford, St. Andrew. Hey, let me big up the Ford crew. Good night to the Ford crew. I know they're locked into each and every program. That's happening this Wednesday, the 15th of October from 6:30 p.m. And, of course, you'll be able to get it live on the New National Party YouTube page and the Talking Points YouTube and Facebook pages and all the New National Party Facebook pages, all right? So you could look on out for that one. That will be taking place this Wednesday. Yes, this Wednesday, the day after tomorrow, from 6:30 p.m. out there in Ford, St. Andrew, New National Party public meetings. So, looking forward to seeing you all there. Well, you know, I go watch all you on the camera. Yeah, looking forward to seeing you all there. Nice. 1473-4407-377. That's the number for you to get on to the inside of tonight's program. And folks, also, yeah, the New National Party Carriacou and Petit Martinique branch, they say bingo, bingo, bingo with a $3,000 prizes. Yeah, and that is taking place on the 18th. That's Saturday. Yeah, Saturday coming. The 18th from 7 p.m. at the Bogles Community Center. So that will be out there in Bogles in Carriacou. New National Party, Carriacou and Petit Martinique branch. They are having that bingo starting from 7 p.m. So, from 7 itself, you have to be there because you want to make sure you get a card that go win the prize. Nice. So, $3,000 bingo that is taking place out there in Carriacou this Saturday. All right. And I think we have a call online. Let's go back to the phone line. Hello, good night.
Sheldon, a call, man.
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to say something.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say something. I call, and I live in a democratic country, and I living in Grenada. And if something is affecting me, I have the right. I have the right to speak about it in America, in the United States of America. The American, they criticizing the president. They're letting him know he's wrong. I live in Grenada, and if I say he's a bully, he is a bully. And if I say we don't want him in Grenada, we don't want nothing planted, we don't want him. That's my democratic right. I have the right to speak. I am a Grenadian who want to tap phone, who want to buy, that is a business. I don't have drugs, I don't have gun, I'm in mouth and I'm in voice to speak for my country. Freedom of speech, I have the right, Mr. Scott, to speak on the behalf of my country because I know the trouble we went to and that Reagan when they invaded Grenada, we didn't get nothing. They didn't give us free visa to go in America. And I have the right to speak. I have the right to speak of my country. I'm a Grenadian. And I will continue speaking on the behalf of the Grenadian people. Have a good night.
All right. Thank you, Cabby. 1-473-440-7377. That is the number for you to call and get on to tonight's program. Yeah, we're still saying, we had about our wanted poster. We're looking for not wanted, a missing poster. Yeah, the Prime Minister missing. I ain't too sure he wanted, but he missing. No, I'm laughing, but this is indeed a very, very, very serious situation. Grenada needs to ensure that you have engaged with proper diplomacy in relation to this particular issue. And again, up to this point, I've not said whether a for or against or anything like that. I've said to the NDC supporters, well, you don't listen anyway when NNP says something, so why are you asking NNP now? Because you don't ever listen to NNP. But I've not given a position for or against. I don't think that is my place to give that here. If you talk to me one-on-one, I could say. But people are giving their opinions in relation to what they think about it, as they are democratically, they have a right to be able to do so. That's a democratic right. They can say whether they like it, they don't like it, they want it, they don't want it. That's up to people to give their view in relation to the entire thing. Yeah? And I think that is only fair, that people be allowed to give their views in relation to it. We have to speak a bit this week about the issue of oil and gas, because I was listening to the thing, I listened to the presentation on oil and gas and all kind of... the greatest thing? The person who was doing the presentation on oil and gas, like they don't want to mention the company GPG. They want to mention that company at all. The company had the contract and thing, the legal contract, to deal with certain aspects of oil and gas in Grenada. That is how they were able to negotiate and do different things with Trinidad and so. But up to now, they're not speaking about GPG. I ain't find them saying anything about them. But remember, during the period of the NDC, there was a certain government minister that had accused GPG of some nefarious activities. Yeah, they was talking about threatening emails with Russian attachments. Yeah, and all kind of thing. And they was giving the impression that somehow GPG had something to do with that. So I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but certain ministers were saying that. But anyhow, I listened to the presentation and we will be speaking oil and gas during this week. Of course, on Wednesday, we'll be broadcasting that meeting on Wednesday, so we won't be having the normal talking points on Wednesday, but we'll be broadcasting, God's willing, the meeting that's taking place up there in St. Andrew. Is it 4? Yeah, did I say the correct place? 4, right? Yeah, let me just make sure I had the correct thing. Yes, 4 in St. Andrew. So that meeting is on Wednesday at 6:30. All right, the phone lines remain open, 1473-440-7377. That is the number for you to call and get onto the inside. People asking where the PM day. They're not even sure if he's in Europe or if he's in Ghana, he's on the way to Ghana, wherever he is right now. They're not sure. Maybe he take a pit stop in Dubai. You know that does take place, eh? Yeah, we Prime Minister have a habit of taking pit stops in Dubai. I don't know what's so sweet in Dubai. All them fellas ending up in Dubai. All them, well, and ladies too, all of them ending up in Dubai. Like it has something really, really, really sweet in Dubai. Basically, the difference is this. Under the new National Party, if Honorable Emlyn Pierre travels and she goes to Dubai, you, the Grenadian people, know that the Honorable Emlyn Pierre has left and she's going to Dubai. And when she comes back from Dubai and she reports to Cabinet, these are the arrangements that we have made with Dubai to benefit the Grenadian people. Then you had a press conference, the post-cabinet press conference, where the said minister, or if it's not the said minister, the minister who is on that meeting, that press conference, would come forward and say, so and so out of our meeting, a recent meeting in Dubai, this is what Grenada is about to benefit. Grenada will get 10 million in funding towards this or 5 million in funding towards that. But other people go in place and coming back and they all in no press conference, they ain't telling you nothing. When they go in parliament and they feel to tell you, look at something, they mention something in passing. But they don't come and give no report to nobody. Remember, this is the same Prime Minister. Just recently was out of the country when the events that took place from the South St. George police station, extending to a yacht and then into Vincentian waters, took place. Did he come back and immediately say, well, let me hold a press conference and deal with this issue that has gained international attention? No. Take your time. When you're ready, decide that's when you go in and talk. Meanwhile, Grenadian people will wonder, well, what really taking place? Now, so where from Brussels he head to France, so he's in France. Right, you went to France and then down to Ghana. Yeah, well, let me see where you're going back with from Ghana first. Yeah, because you understand. The situation kind of croconius right now. So let me see what he's coming back with for us, the Grenadian people from Ghana. We want to know. You understand? People continue to ask that question. Where's the Prime Minister at a point in time like this to address the nation? To field questions in relation to this particular issue? And to come to a consensus in relation to the different sides, who's saying yes, who's saying no, to bring all the different sides to a consensus on this particular issue. Yo, Chota had to deal with it. My goodness, that is the situation that we've arrived to in Grenada. That Chota had to with this particular issue. 1473-440-7377. Yes, you can call us, but you've got to call us on the WhatsApp, yeah? And saying a special good night to our North American listeners. Those of you in Canada, Patty and Matthew, good night to you. Ian out there in Canada, good night to you, bro. Vatman George, good night to you. Good night to all our listeners, whether you're in Florida, whether you're in New York, Maryland, Washington, D.C., North Carolina, Texas. Texas listeners, check in. And And the truckmen, yeah, those fellas who doing long haul with the trucks and so on, that listen to talking points on a nightly basis, yeah, the sitters help keep them up and thing. Yeah, good night to you all. It is your country, and as such, you're entitled to have a view in relation to this particular issue. Again, folks, don't take things for granted. Again, I just see somebody send it to me again after I talk about it. Don't take this thing and feel that all you win already. You have work to do. We all have work to do. Yeah? I seen the report, I see the thing come out saying how much thing and who go win this and who go win that and all kind of thing. I ain't going into the details. I see it. Yeah, one thing I agree with in it though. Certain people, if they lose or when they lose, they're going to come out of politics and come out of public life because they set up themselves enough in private life that they ain't going to need public life again. They set up themselves nicely in private life. They make sure they make all the business connections they could possibly need. Yeah? And that is why they're not here right now to face the questions that are being asked by the Grenadian people in relation to this issue. Who are asking whether or not permission has already been granted. And you know that level of mistrust comes from things like the Samoa Agreement, where we were told, oh, we're going to look at that. And basically along the same lines of what we're hearing in relation to this radar site right now, that, hey, we are going to look at this properly and we're going to ensure that all Grenadians have an input. And so before we sign anything, we have to make sure that all considerations are taken in relation to this man. While we were being told that by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, with the Prime Minister sitting next to him, the document was signed already. It was signed already while they were making the statement. And the document could not be signed unless the person that signed it heard from one of the two people that was sitting there when that statement was made. No other minister, no other person could have called that person and said, go ahead and sign on behalf of Grenada. Sign that document. It had to come from either the Prime Minister or the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Both of them say, we ain't going to sign until we get everybody have a say in relation to it and so on. The same thing that they're saying now in relation to this situation with the US, the same thing they're saying in relation to the bill considering the age of consent. Well, not consent, sorry, it's not in relation to consent. Age of civil responsibility. Because some people mix it up and say age of consent. It's not age of consent. It's age of civil responsibility. Saying that your children would be able to go and get their abortion without needing your help, without telling you anything. So you don't really know what's going on with your daughter, but they would be able to go and do what they have to do. Or that even if you know, you can't stop it because apparently the Minister of Legal Affairs was minding your child all this time. So they would have the power to be able to deal with your children. Such is the situation this government has created with that bill. And they have stated clearly, even though the opposition leader's office, not the New National Party, there's a distinction here, not the New National Party, His Majesty's opposition, the opposition leader's office, have held two forums. Two I could remember, I think it might be three by now, but two, at least I could remember, in relation to this particular issue, where there were presentations by various people in relation to different aspects of this piece of legislation. And in every instance, it comes back, kill the bill. In every instance, this is what has been coming back. But again, we hope that the government decides to listen and to pay attention in relation to this issue. Listen to the people. Listen to what Grenadians are saying. And don't just listen to some Grenadians. Because we understand when you went on that platform in Bujeju and you said the reason some people get in and NNP get in and some NDC not get in is because you don't know your people. A clear indication of nepotism. A clear indication of we in charge and it's we people alone are to eat. If one from the other side slip through, well, too bad. But it's we people alone that's supposed to eat. That's the indication when you make statements like that. It is why the situation in Grenada is as it is right now, where several people feel disenfranchised due to the actions of the present administration and how they are being treated by members of the present administration and their lackeys. So when it comes to this larger issue, and let me just make a statement here. This issue isn't just a Grenadian issue, you know. This issue is a regional issue. It's a OECS issue, it's a CARICOM issue. It's a much larger issue than just Grenada. It has to be seen in that context, that the issue is not just simply it's a Grenada issue. No, it's a larger CARICOM and OECS issue. So again, diplomacy is the approach that must be taken. No drastic moves based on ideology and all this sort of thing. Because I have this ideological belief, this is what must be done. And because I have that ideological belief, that is what must be done. No running to the left or running to the right. But weighing and balancing the best interests of Grenada and making a decision that is in the best interest of Grenada at the end of the day. Not up to me to say whether the decision is this way or that way. That is why we're supposed to have technocrats. That is why we have diplomats. We have a whole set of diplomats, you know. You have Andrea, you have who there and who all over the place. You have who you have in the US, you have all over. Who down in Florida, who there, who all over. One pile of diplomats they have. So utilize them. They're supposed to know what to do in a situation like this. Utilize them properly. Let us get some bang for our buck. Utilize them. Because there is no other time that Grenada needed them in the last how much years? More than now. And more than on this issue at this point in time. And while you're utilizing them, please utilize them to try and get back our friends in Carriacou and Petit Martinique so that they could send their fish after the 1st of January to the United States. See if all you could get Mr. Cornwall visa back for him. Oh God, poor fella. See if all you could get visa back for him. But we really care about any visa. We care more about the people of Petit Martinique who have already been facing so many challenges after Hurricane Beryl and who now have to face this impending danger of the fish ban as of the 1st of January. Just roughly what? 3 months off? Less than 3 months? Yeah, 2 months or so off, whatever it is. Just now, before you turn twice, so you don't start to feel Christmas breeze already. Before you turn twice. It's Christmas time already. And then after that, it's banned. What do the fishermen of Carriacou do? Those on Windward and all those areas there. What do the fishermen of Petit Martinique do? Those of St. John and St. Mark and Sauters and St. Andrew. The fishermen of St. George. What do they do when their main market for their produce disappears? The families in Petit Martinique who go and they dive the lobster and that sort of thing, and they get a good market with it out of Petit Martinique to go to the US and so on. What do they do? How do they maintain their livelihoods? What is being put in place to protect them? during the period of time when this ban is in place, because the ban coming. Yeah, that is not showing Winchester. Look, the ban coming. Yeah, there's a different type of ban that coming. The ban is coming. And for what has to be done to circumvent and avoid that ban, it is going to take a lot more than 12 weeks or so to sort out. So what is being put in place to protect these people? I know some of those families that go and dive the lobster and lambi and different things. I know many of the guys that go out on the tuna boats. I know people who own tuna boats. What do they do? I mean, there's one option. They could go and register the boat outside of Grenada. They could register it in St. Vincent, and suddenly they have Vincentian fishermen and that kind of thing. There are different things they can do. But it's all going to affect the Grenadian economy. And we have a group of people who continue to show their incompetence in charge. A group of people who don't seem to understand the importance of doing their job and doing it effectively and properly. And due to their incompetence and not doing their job properly, we, the people of Grenada, we, the people of Carriacou, and we, the people of Petit Martinique, are the ones who are made to suffer the consequences of their incompetence. Folks, that's all the time we have tonight for Talking Points. It's been wonderful being here with you. My name is Sheldon Scott, and I am out. And whatever you say and do it safe and secure. Want to be speaking to and with you, and definitely not about you. Love each and every one of you. Will be on tomorrow night once again with more Talking Points for you. All right? I am out.
Alex Souza, no idea. Come and find. There is a home, oh, golden city. Right mansion away spill. In the sky, oh, you can enter this golden city. Just repent and be baptized. There is a home, oh, golden city. Right mansion away spill. In the sky, oh, you can enter the golden city. Yeah, just repent and be. There is a golden city. Shine away, shine away. Just repent. There is a home,